In 1960, North Scottsdale was home to a lot of jackrabbits and coyotes. In fact, people still rode their horses down Scottsdale Road. Out on this raw desert was a little country nightclub named Wild Bill's.
Back when it was Wild Bill's, Waylon Jennings played here. When he moved from Lubbock, Texas to Phoenix, this is one of the places that he played early on in like 1964.
Owner Wild Bill lived up to his wild name with some wild antics.
There's a pillar on the dance floor here at Handlebar that it's got a big hole about an inch deep in it, where Wild Bill was late one night showing us the art of twirling a gun in here. And he had a few drinks. That's why they called him Wild Bill. And I think he pulled his 45 out of his holster and started doing it, and it fell on the ground and went off into that post, and the hole's still there.
Brick Herndon played upright bass in a band named the Country Score.
They started here in '68. George Louts and Joni, who owned the place. George was also a guitar player, and so my dad and George Louts and Bob Love, Ted Half were the band here for many years, the Country Score.
At about that time, new owners George and Joni Louts changed the name of the club to Handlebar Jays, in honor of George's handlebar mustache and Joni's first name. In the mid-'70s, Brick and Gwen Herndon bought the club and fulfilled their dream of owning their own business and a Cadillac too. Handlebar Jay would start packing in large crowds on the dance floor.
My dad, he worked as a carpenter during the day and a musician at night, and then sold cars. And Mom, she raised us, and gosh, she's been running this place by herself for all these years, and she still runs circles around all of us.
The Herndon brothers all played music, Rod on piano, Rick on drums, and Ray on guitar. In 1979, Brick Herndon was diagnosed with lung cancer and fought hard for 3 years, but died in 1981. Gwen almost single-handedly kept the club going through those tough times.
Brick, he always wanted a place for like a restaurant or club, and we were looking for something when Handlebar J came available, and he was really eager to get it when that did happen.
In the 1980s, the brothers joined J. David Sloan's band called the Rogues and played across town at Mr. Lucky's in Phoenix. Now, many of those band members would record early hit records with singer Lyle Lovett.
We recorded about 20 songs of Lyle's. And then Lyle went to Nashville and took those songs.
And Ray Herndon later moved on to Nashville and recorded and toured with a three-piece group called McBride and the Ride. McBride and the Ride had many top 10 country hits in the 80s and 90s, including a #1 hit, Sacred Ground.
You're treading on sacred ground.
And if you spent any time in the Valley, you might have heard Ray Herndon singing the theme music to the Good Morning Arizona news program on Channel 3 in Phoenix.
Good morning, Arizona.
In 1986, the brothers reformed the band and played weekly at the Scottsdale nightclub. Over the years, Ron Herndon has kept the band together, and the club continues to draw big crowds to dance and dine. Fans from around the country and world all know about Handlebar Jays, as do many national country and pop performers.
Or they just go crazy over it because it's so different than a lot of places that are just four walls. It's just like Disneyland, somebody called it the other night. To them, I guess.
With alcohol.
That way. Yeah.
I was watching the Super Bowl last year, and the camera's panning through the crowd, and I see Handlebar J t-shirts. So it's like, where are we not?
The Herndon family and Handlebar Jays, entertaining Arizona and the world.
Because this is kind of the outlaw connection. This place is, I like to call it, it's like almost like a little hourglass. It's like, if you think about the hourglasses, here's these people in this part of the hourglass, and then they go through this little thing and they find the Handlebar J, and they meet and they come out the other side, and Handlebar J has put so many people together over the years, generations, 3 or 4 generations.